Welcome back to Freedom Through Knowledge. I'm T3, and today we take a closer look at one of the galaxy's most mysterious species, the so-called Illuminate, a civilization far more advanced than humanity. They may have been observing us for thousands of years, but who are they really, and why has the Federation of Super-Earth chosen to portray them as a threat? The answers might reveal a very different truth. The Illuminate, or as they call themselves, the Sq'uith, are a highly advanced alien species that mastered faster than light travel long before humanity left its cradle. Evidence suggests that their scout ships, often mistaken for flying saucers or UFOs, have been monitoring humanity's evolution for centuries. But everything changed with the Great War, which ended all known nations as we've known them. Earth was shattered, and vast regions of the planet became uninhabitable. Out of this devastation, the Federation of Super-Earth was born, a supranational organization that replaced the world powers and led humanity into a new era. By this time, humanity had developed groundbreaking, faster-than-light technology, fueling an insatiable ambition for expansion. The Illuminate, who had silently observed us until then, were horrified. They watched as humanity aggressively expanded into the universe, colonizing planets and acting with increased recklessness. Super-Earth began to seize resources without regard for other life forms and deploying its war machines to the most distant worlds. The Illuminate were disturbed and decided it was time to intervene. They stepped out of the shadows and offered humanity a peace treaty to prevent an impending catastrophe. This suggests that they were not a naturally aggressive species and may value diplomacy over warfare. Due to the Federation's overbearing propaganda, the details of the peace offer remain a mystery. It was likely a proposal for cooperation, such as the exchange of technology, the establishment of trade relations, or some other form of mutual benefit. But how did Super-Earth respond to this offer? Instead of accepting it, they chose to launch a preemptive strike, citing a supposed existential threat. Representative Pauli Corley defended this decision by claiming, "We have reason to believe the Illuminates have weapons of mass destruction capable of destroying entire planets. Every statement I make today is backed up by reliable sources." This was presented as the justification for war, with Corley insisting that every statement was backed up by reliable sources. However, no concrete evidence that these weapons were meant to be used against Super-Earth was ever presented. Sympathizers, who argue that the Illuminate were an ancient and wise species who do not threaten us as long as we do not threaten them, were silenced in the most brutal way possible, through public executions. This violent display of power ensured that the Federation's versions of events remained unchallenged, silencing any opposing voices that might have portrayed the Illuminate in a different light. The Federation's motives become clearer when we examine the words of Senator Killjoy, who remarked, "Super-Earth would benefit greatly if we were able to get our hands on the technology." He added, "The galaxy does not benefit from having a single species that has more advanced weaponry, since they will not be afraid of retaliation." These comments reveal a calculated plan to maintain galactic supremacy at all costs, casting the Federation not as protectors but as aggressors hungry for dominance. The Illuminate weren't seen as a threat because of their actions, but because of their superior technology. Therefore, the Federation's attack wasn't defensive, it was opportunistic. They sought to eliminate competition and secure its own dominance in the galaxy by appropriating the Illuminate's advanced weaponry and scientific knowledge. Despite their attempts at diplomacy, the Illuminate reluctantly entered the war. This reluctance is evident in their actions. If the Illuminate truly possessed weapons capable of planetary destruction, why didn't they use them on Super-Earth? Instead, their forces appear to be more of an observatory than an invasion force. Super-Earth, by contrast, deployed overwhelming force. In the end, Super-Earth's relentless assault forced the Illuminate into submission. They signed a treaty prohibiting them from maintaining armed forces and forcing them to turn over their advanced weaponry. The Illuminate were driven from their supposed home planet, Sq'uith Shrine, and scattered across the stars. Interestingly, there was an infamous incident during the Second Galactic War. The planet Meridia, overrun by bugs, was destroyed, leaving behind what appears to be a black hole or a wormhole. Some speculate that the devastating weapon required for such a level of destruction was actually stolen Illuminate technology. Ironically, the very weapons Super-Earth claimed to be afraid of, another dubious contradiction on the Federation's part. If these weapons were really confiscated from the Illuminate, their reasoning for war might have been correct, but using the very weapons they claim to be afraid of reveals their own hypocrisy. And if they were not originally an Illuminate but a Super-Earth invention, it not only takes away the Federation's reasons for war, but depicts Super-Earth just as ruthless as they have painted their enemies. This begs the question: where are the Illuminate now? Since the end of the First Galactic War, no confirmed sightings of the Illuminate have been reported, though occasional mentions appear in Super-Earth's newsfeed. Are they truly gone, or merely lying low, waiting for the moment to retaliate? Super-Earth's earlier claim about weapons of mass destruction continue to echo in public discourse, stoking fear that the Illuminate are secretly rearming. If the Illuminate truly hail from beyond our galaxy, the Federation's limited scope may only have scratched the surface of their broader civilization. Their absence may signal a strategic withdrawal rather than extinction, which makes Super-Earth's claim of total eradication very unlikely. If they return, they are unlikely to do so with a reckoned force once again. They would strike back with greater strength and devastating precision, a terrifying thought for a Federation built on stolen technology and propaganda. Super-Earth's narrative about the Illuminate is riddled with contradictions. The Federation justified its aggression by accusing the Illuminate of harboring weapons of mass destruction, yet no evidence was ever found that they were meant to be used against Super-Earth. Meanwhile, the Federation itself employed planet-destroying weapons, revealing a staggering level of hypocrisy. Senator Killjoy's statements reveal the true goal was the elimination of competition and not defense. Their actions sent a message to the rest of the galaxy: any species more advanced than humanity will have to pay the price. So what is the truth about the Illuminate? Were they really a threat? Or did the Federation declare them enemies to justify their own expansionist ambitions? Our FTK collective believes the latter. The Federation's version of events is riddled with holes and inconsistencies. The Illuminate's peaceful advances and reluctance to use their most devastating weapons suggest that they were never the aggressors. The Illuminate may be absent for the moment, but if they return, humanity may face a reckoning for its actions. This is T3 from the FTK Collective reminding you, stay alert and don't fall for Super-Earth's propaganda, and most importantly, never stop searching for the truth.